A lot of people that end up on the phone with our representatives here at Centerstone Group are desperate. Sometimes they're in a hardship situation. They don't have the money and they've stopped paying the timeshare. And in some instances, they're so fed up, they ask us about stopping paying the timeshare. And I tell you, timeshare owners are in a contract with a timeshare company. And there are laws in the United States of America that make it illegal. They preclude companies like ours from interfering in that contract. And the nature of that contract is you receive a product and you're making payments on that product. And if we or anyone else, any other business, your sister-in-law, your neighbor, anybody else can tell you just stop making payments. They're not liable. But we as a business cannot advise a client one way or the other of continuing to make the payments or stopping making the payments. I can tell you that if you're talking to a timeshare exit company and they're telling you to stop making payments, run for the hills, because that is illegal. And any company that's willing to break the law is going to be willing to break the law as it relates to you as a client or anything else, and it's going to put them in jeopardy. And certainly companies that do that advise clients to stop making payments, those companies end up getting sued by the timeshare companies, and then they go out of business. And a company that's out of business is not going to be able to help you get out of your timeshare. So be very wary if someone is telling you to stop making your payments at a timeshare exit company or any business, frankly. Now, a lot of clients will ask us, they'll say, well, what happens if I stop making my payments? Well, it's the same as if you stop making payments on your home or on credit cards or any other bill that you have. We have a credit system here in the United States of America. There's a process by which a creditor can report on an individual when they're not making those payments. And as all of us know, credit is an important thing to us, and it has to be treated with respect. If you stop making payments, they're going to report to the credit agency that you stop making payments, and your credit score will go down. And then eventually, after, on average, I would say 10 or 14 or 16 months of not making payments to them, they're eventually going to either write off the timeshare contract or foreclose on the timeshare if it's a deeded timeshare. So now you've got a credit score that went from 750 to 480, and then the end of the account is a foreclosure. Now, certainly lenders don't look at a foreclosure on a timeshare the same as they would as a foreclosure on your home, but it can be very, very expensive for someone if they're using their credit and they decide to go down that road. We advise people that's unless you're in a hardship situation, that's probably not the path you want to go. That's going to be very, very expensive in the long run, and certainly isn't part of our process here at Centerstone Group. The other thing is you certainly don't need to pay a timeshare exit company to stop making payments. If that's your intention or you have to do that, you don't need to hire a timeshare exit company. You just stop making payments. They're going to harass you. They're going to hammer your credit score, and then they're going to write off the account. And at the end of that, you're out of your timeshare. And then you get to rebuild your credit. Or if you don't care about your credit, don't worry about rebuilding your credit. But again, any timeshare exit company that advises you one way, to stop making those payments, that's not a reputable company, and be very, very careful of that.